Alright, here we go. Alright, circuit breakers all in. Avionics masters off. Fuel selector is on the fullest tank, right tank.
Okay.
Master is now on, which is also the alternator on this one.
Yep.
Fuel pump is on. Fuel pressure's green. Alright, anti-collision lights. Don't really need them, but we'll turn them on. Landing light, turn them on.
Yeah, keep in mind always anti-collision lights on when you're in the airplane.
Okay, 1/4 inch on the throttle. Mixture is going to go in full rich. Alright, prime is required. We're going to give her 3 shots of prime on this one.
Okay. And I'm not sure when the airplane was flown, but 3 will definitely do it if it was flown.
Okay. Alright, keys in. On both. Clear prop! And start. Bringing the RPM back to 1,000. Alright. Okay. Oil pressure looks good. Oil temperature's good. Throttle 1,000 RPMs. Avionics on.
Alright. Check. Nothing?
Check.
Yeah,
Wow.
try the check. Nothing. Yeah, try that right side. I'm talking like you can.
Yeah,
Alright, cool. And when you're ready, we can go ahead and go traffic back around. That's on 492 is turning downwind for 17 full traffic. Alright. RPMs catch up. Bring that power back just a little bit. Actually, we'll just head to the west. Okay? Alright, we'll turn now. Alright. Alright. Sundance traffic, Cherokee 262 Sierra Alpha is 8 miles to the northwest, simulating engine out procedure. Sundance. Alright. Full traffic, 192 is turning south to 17 full traffic. We're really using that trim to help people with this one. This time we're going to be doing, we're going to have our head down a lot, so. Nice. It seems like we've got that 8-2, and of course it's not going to be perfect. The last thing we want to do is be sitting here messing with it for 5 minutes, Right. So, at this point we're looking for a field, so we've got plenty of fields we can mess with. You see this field right with that little oil liner? I would pick that one. Of course, pressure we're looking, that gives you a good point to pitch where it is now. We're just going to start doing, because right now we're pretty much at that key point. So now we're just going to do shallow banks here and maintain our key point, which we're going to say is pretty much right underneath us. That little roll right beneath us. Okay, very good, very good. And so we'll circle that. And typically we're going to lose about 1,200 feet per 1,000 feet on this, per rotation on this one. Okay, so at this point we're looking down and we're saying, okay, we're cycling our fuel selectors. We're cycling through our magnetos. Okay. We're adjusting our throttle. Yep. Full rich mixing, which we've already had. We're turning on carb heat. Do I actually want to do it? No. None of this will be. And this is a little funky because like left to right would actually be fuel pumped in carb heat. So however you want to do it, but just make sure we get the whole thing done. And so we'll say, okay, none of that worked. So we're squawking 7,700. Radio 121.5. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Going down 8 miles to the northwest of Sundance. On the ELT, which is going to be right here. Yep. Then we're going to start securing everything from right left, and then we're just going to open that door. And now at this point, we're just basically preparing for a off-airport landing. And so now keep in mind, this is our downwind, so for our downwind, we really at 30 degrees of bank, because we're going to get blown way far away from that point, right? Yep. Okay, and that's the last thing we want in this aircraft. Okay. So we have about 1,800 feet to mess with here, and this is probably even cutting it close. So what we're going to do here is we are going to basically start. This is our base leg here. And then I guess final would be that big field out there? Yep, and so final, remember that's a little oil refinery right there. Okay, so we want to try to land with that. Yep, so now we'll turn for final here. Remember, we can always get lower, and I'm going to do a little clearing burst here so we don't foul the spark plugs. And at 1,700 feet, we will always go around, okay? So, at this point, looks like we definitely have that field made, so let's go ahead and get our first notch of flaps in. Okay, let's go ahead and get our second notch of flaps in. So now we can start increasing that angle of the descent. There we go. Alright, third notch of flaps in. Very good. And now let's see how this works out, because I'm pretty sure it's going to work out really well. And at this point, remember, now we're just setting up for a landing. So, okay, so it still seems like we're just a little high. So let's go ahead and just do a little slip. So I'm going to do right aileron, left rudder. Oh, wow. See, now we're really starting this. So that's a forward slip. And you can see we're not gaining much airspeed whatsoever. Yep. So now we're at 1,700. Okay. So there's 1,700. We would definitely make that field, so we'll go around. Power? Yep. We'll go around. As you can see, we can always lose altitude, and we can't gain it back if we have that engine out. And you can see, we seem like we were really high when we turned. And it's one of those things that'll play tricks with you. You'll say, this is way too far out. But you can lose 1,000 feet in 30 seconds without gaining any airspeed. Very, very quickly. Alright. Second notch. There's old Farmer Joe down there, probably wondering if we were about to land in his cattle. Well, I know he's sitting there looking at those cattle going, hey. Hey, I don't care where you land, just don't hit my cattle. Yeah, cool. All right, we'll just go ahead and climb back up to 3, and then I'll start doing that in-range checklist. Any questions about that? No, that was actually really straightforward. The one thing I do want to practice, though, before we go back, I want to try that slip again. Okay. That was really interesting. And all right. Well, I thought we'd just do a slip back into a landing when we're landing. Okay. You okay with that? Yep. Actually, we have 0.2 left, so if you just want to climb back up to 3.5 or something, we can do that. And we're getting pretty close. Well, yeah, we on this heading. It's over there. So there's so many fields here around that you can pick. Now, when it comes to when it comes to Colorado or something like that, 1.8. Yeah, let's just do a climbing left turn back to the north. Oh, sorry, yeah, to the north, and then we'll kind of pick one of these fields to slip into. Or simulate slipping into. And the reason why I did right aileron and left rudder as opposed to left aileron and right rudder, because we know those winds were out of the southwest-ish. Okay, remember, we always want that airplane crabbed into the wind, so that's why we like this. Yep, exactly. I remember we always have to have 4 miles to the north straight in full stop. We always have to lap that before we slip that aircraft.
Otherwise, you're risking a spin.
I mean, yeah, you're just going to really start to increase that airspeed.
Okay.
And then if you just want to pick one of these builds and slip towards it, that's perfectly fine with me.
I think when I go back to do my slip, I'm going to face south to do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
No offense, I don't want to hit a windmill. Alright, I got my target. See that brown field up there and the dark green right after it?
Yep.
That's not bad.
Alright.
Somebody has radio-activated lights out here.
What's that?
I said somebody has some radio-activated lights because I heard them pumping it.
Yeah. I don't know why they'd be using them right now, but maybe they're testing them.
That's possible.
Still need to pitch down. There you go. There you go.
And that's a slip right there, huh?
That's a slip, yeah. And right now you can see you can even pitch it down even further than that. We're still not going to gain airspeed.
Yep, 166 flows this time.
Alright, we can go and start that in range, and we're just going to do a straight in this time.
So the airport's right over there.
Yep, right over there.
Gonna come straight in on one side?
Yeah. Well, considering the winds didn't change, we'll of course check that wind and then
up to the in-range real quick.
Yep.
AWOS, check. Sky condition, clear, below 12,000. Temperature, 2 Celsius. Dew point, -0 Celsius. Altimeter, 2,997 inches of mercury. Remark, density altitude, 2,300. Sundance Airport, automated weather observation, 21140. Wind, 210 at 22 knots. Peak gust, 28 knots. Visibility, more than 1.
I think it's at 210, right?
Sky conditions, 220 below temperature, 2 Celsius. Dew point, -0 Celsius. Altimeter, 2,997 inches of mercury. Remark, density altitude, 2300. Sundance Airport, automated weather observation, 2114 Zulu. Wind, 210 at 23 knots. Visibility, more than 10. Sky conditions, clear, below 12,000. Right downwind runway 17. Sundance. Alright, so we got Sundance traffic. CX clear, departing 17 Sundance to western departure. Sundance, Citycom, Cat 3534.
I can go ahead and keep running through that in-range checklist.
Alright. Mixtures Ridge, altimeter, we just checked that. Fuel pump coming off. Sundance, FBO, Cat 3534. Fuel pressure is green, upper limit. Fullest take, we just switched. Got 12 minutes right.
Level up.
Sundance, Intercom, go ahead. Yep. Hey, I'll be landing in about. You want the right tank, fullest tank? Can you give me 100 little lift? I don't like it. Alright, thank you.
I lost that altitude, we don't want to climb anymore. Sundance traffic, Cherokee 262, Sierra Alpha is on a 5-mile straight in final for runway 17 full stop, Sundance. And we're going to start turning turns, we want to beat these guys in. I haven't been watching that altitude really, gotta watch that altitude to 3,000.
Okay. Landing lights on. Traffic lacking 782 is 10 to the north, and they'll be proceeding southbound data 45 to right downwind runway 17. Sundance, Cat 3534. 1.5 miles east of the airfield, we'll be flying overhead, then a right downwind runway 17. Sundance.
So why is it that we're climbing, or why is it that we keep wanting to climb right now?
I don't have my trim right.
Well, we might want to check something else before you...
Oh, my power's still full in.
So, there we are.
Now I can fix my trim.
There you go. Okay, so now we're starting to descend, so what should our descent power setting be at?
1800.
About 20, yeah. So 1800 in the traffic pattern, 2000 if we're just kind of trying to descend. But you can consider this traffic pattern if you wanted, but I can assure you if we get to 1800 right now, we're going to go well below that glide slope.
Sundance, Cat 3534, overhead, the airfield will get to the right downwind runway 17. Sundance.
Sundance traffic, Cherokee 262, Sierra Alpha is on a 3-mile final for runway 17 straight in, full stop, Sundance.
Sundance, Cat 3534, right downwind runway 17. Alright, so he's going to beat us in.
Yep.
Sundance, traffic lacking 782 is 6 to the northwest, proceeding southbound and on maneuver air 45 to right downwind for runway 17, Sundance. Now, the guy that's in the pattern, I do not see him yet.
Downwind over there, so we might be beating him in.
Where's he at?
About our 2 o'clock.
Okay.
1 to 2 o'clock, I guess.
Yeah, I see him. And he's turning now, so...
See what he does here. I think he's got us in sight. Sundance traffic, Cherokee 262, Sierra Alpha, 2-mile final, 17 full stop, Sundance, and we're on with the RNAV, 17 stop.
Yeah, he rolled his wings at us. Sundance, Cat 3534, right downwind, runway 17. We'll extend our downwind. Looks like the aircraft in final.
Just said that, yeah. Looking ahead, you see the 2 red?
Yep. So we're a little low.
Okay, so what do we want to do to fix that? There.
Increase our power.
Yep.
So that's traffic lighting 782, approximately, alright, first lap miles to the northwest. Let's go ahead and landing.
Power in.
About?
Well, we just want to get we don't want to ever see 2 red. 2 red's bad.
Okay. That's single flaps. Command from the capital, right base runway 17. Alright, I think we got red and white now.
Keeping the 17 between our windscreen here. Yep. So there's a before land checklist. So basically it just says normal landing. Pro speed on final is going to be 76 and full flaps. Hey, watch that picture. There you go. So we're already sitting pretty nice at that approach speed. And remember, at this point, we need to have our hand on our throttle, so we've got to do a go around. We get really good. Have our hand there already. Okay, hand on the throttle. Hand on the throttle. There you go. It's really hard to get that beat out of you, but one thing you gotta learn, they could very well tell you on 2.5 mile final over 17 minutes. They can fail you for that. Yep. So they very much so can, because they're thinking, well, what, you don't have your hand on the throttle, what if you have to do a go around, you know? Slam it. This guy's really on our ass here. Yeah, he's not far behind us. On that traffic, Cherokee 262 Sierra Alpha, RNAV 17, about a 1 mile final. We'll be full dash traffic light 782, turning 45 to right downwind, runway 17, Sunday, full stop. Hope you lost your comms. My comms, it's not working, it hasn't been working this whole time. Yeah, whatever, it's too late now. So that's awesome, my mic hasn't been working this whole time. I wonder he didn't hear us. Yep. Okay. Hey, very good. Nice and easy. On the hand on that throttle, hand on that throttle. That's traffic light 782, turning right downwind, runway 17 Sundance. Sundance, Central Cap 3534, 1 mile final, runway 17 Sundance. So that traffic center there you go, Jeremiah. Freaking door! There we go. Yeah. Let's try and get off here a little quicker. There's someone behind. So that's traffic lighting 782, turning right. Base runway 17, Sundance, behind the COT point. Yeah, he came in right behind us. Woo!